Fans could hardly believe what they were seeing. Teyana Taylor, known for her grace, talent, and undeniable star power, was reportedly spotted getting close to Aaron Pierre, a rising figure whose name had been quietly circulating within entertainment circles. What initially appeared to be harmless interactions soon became the center of intense public scrutiny. Photos of the two laughing together, cryptic Instagram stories, and subtle online hints that once seemed innocent suddenly took on an entirely new meaning. Within hours, social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok were flooded with speculation, theories, and heated debate. For some fans, the possibility of Teyana moving on felt empowering. They celebrated the idea of her reclaiming happiness after a very public breakup. Others, however, struggled to wrap their heads around it, questioning the timing and implications of such a high-profile connection. But this was never just a story about a rumored romance. What truly transformed whispers into a full-blown scandal was the shockwave it sent through the life of her ex-husband, NBA star Iman Shumpert. His reaction hinted at tensions that could potentially escalate into something far more serious, possibly even a custody battle. To understand why emotions ran so high, it's important to revisit the history between Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. Their relationship was once considered one of the most admired unions in celebrity culture. They embodied what many saw as the perfect balance of love, style, ambition, and family. Fans watched them celebrate life's milestones together, from glamorous vacations to intimate family moments shared online. At the heart of it all was their daughter, who became the center of their shared universe. To the public, they represented a rare image, a high-profile couple managing fame, family, and love with apparent ease. Yet even during their most beautiful moments, subtle cracks began to show. Rumors of tension circulated quietly. Occasional social media posts raised eyebrows. Observant fans noticed fleeting changes in tone, body language, and interaction. Still, no one could have predicted how quickly a new connection could reignite old insecurities and emotional wounds. When Aaron Pierre's name entered the conversation, it acted as a spark that lit a much larger fire. Aaron Pierre had entered the public eye relatively quietly. While he had been gaining recognition for his charm, talent, and growing influence, he was not yet a household name. There had always been whispers that he and Teyana had crossed paths, but nothing substantial had ever surfaced. Then suddenly his name was everywhere. Fans began dissecting every detail, every post, every photo, every interaction. The internet, acting as its own detective agency, magnified even the smallest moments. One shared smile or casual appearance together was enough to fuel speculation that Teyana might be dating him. For many, this felt like a natural progression, a woman moving forward after heartbreak. But for Iman Shumpert, the news reportedly hit like a thunderclap. Whether driven by emotion, protectiveness, or unresolved feelings, his reaction added a layer of tension that few anticipated. According to close friends and sources, the first signs of Iman's response were subtle but telling. He was said to be visibly upset upon hearing the rumors, struggling to process the implications. His social media activity quickly became a focal point. Though he made no direct public statements at first, cryptic Instagram stories and vague posts left fans questioning his state of mind. Many wondered whether he had even been aware of Aaron Pierre's rumored connection to Teyana before it became public. By mid-morning, sources suggested that phone calls had been made, messages exchanged, and lawyers alerted. What initially seemed like a personal issue now appeared to be inching towards something far more serious. The mere whisper of a custody implication sent fans into a frenzy. People began to panic at the realization that this drama could impact not just adult emotions, but the life of a young child caught in the middle. As the rumors gained traction, the fan community exploded. Social media transformed into a battleground of opinions, with users fiercely defending their chosen sides. Some fans stood firmly behind Teyana, arguing that she deserved happiness, autonomy, and the freedom to move on. They applauded her strength and resilience, emphasizing that her personal life should not be dictated by public expectation. Others, however, criticized her choices, claiming that any public romantic involvement, especially so soon, could unnecessarily stir tension and complicate her co-parenting relationship with Iman. Aaron Pierre, though less well-known than the other two, quickly became a polarizing figure. Memes, reaction videos, and commentary flooded the internet, dissecting his every move. People speculated about his character, his intentions, and whether he was prepared for the scrutiny that came with being linked to a global star. What began as curiosity soon evolved into intense judgment, with strangers projecting narratives onto a man they barely knew. At this point, the story was no longer just a personal affair. It had become a cultural conversation touching on love, privacy, social media scrutiny, and public perception. Fans and commentators began constructing timelines, tracing back posts and interactions that seemed insignificant at the time, but now appeared loaded with meaning. In hindsight, certain moments felt like breadcrumbs leading to a much larger story, suggesting a connection that ran deeper than friendship. Meanwhile, Iman's continued silence was interpreted in countless ways. Some believed he was trying to protect his privacy and that of his daughter. Others argued that his lack of a public response signaled preparation for a more forceful move behind the scenes. Every detail, no matter how minor, was magnified, fueling curiosity and tension that made the situation impossible to ignore. Behind the scenes, the emotional stakes were immense. Teyana, known for her poise and emotional strength, was reportedly navigating an incredibly complex mix of feelings. On one hand, she faced the natural human desire for companionship and support after the end of a long-term relationship. On the other, she had to weigh the implications for her daughter, the relentless public scrutiny, and the inevitable judgment of her character. Sources close to her revealed that she had been extremely cautious, aware that even the smallest misstep could be twisted by the media or amplified by online commentators. Every Instagram post, public appearance, or casual outing was carefully considered. Despite her measured approach, the rumor mill continued to spin at full speed, proving that even restraint could not shield her from speculation. Iman, on the other hand, faced a very different set of challenges. The news of Teyana potentially dating Aaron Pierre reportedly triggered a mix of shock, anger, and deep protective instincts. Friends described him as emotionally overwhelmed, grappling with the feeling that the family dynamic he once knew was being disrupted. Conversations with lawyers and family advisors grew increasingly intense, as he considered how best to protect his custody rights while managing his own emotions. At this stage, the situation had clearly evolved beyond celebrity gossip. It became a potential custody concern, raising questions about co-parenting, parental responsibility, and how to maintain a stable environment for a child amid public drama. Social media reactions intensified as fans noticed subtle online interactions between all parties involved. Every like, comment, and story became a potential clue in the court of public opinion. Influencers and commentators began producing detailed breakdowns, analyzing everything from body language to emotional tone. Some framed Teyana's rumored relationship as a healthy step forward, while others empathized with Iman's frustration, emphasizing how emotionally complex co-parenting can be. The online discourse mirrored broader societal debates about boundaries, moving on, and the challenges of navigating relationships after separation. As the story continued to unfold, questions surrounding custody began to dominate conversations. Although no legal filings had been confirmed, experts speculated about possible outcomes. Would Iman's emotional response influence negotiations? Could public narratives about Teyana's personal life be leveraged in a legal setting? Fans debated whether this would become a courtroom battle or remain a private matter handled quietly behind closed doors. The tension was palpable. Observers recognized that the stakes extended far beyond celebrity headlines. They were witnessing a high-profile family navigating one of the most delicate aspects of post-separation life. Both Teyana and Iman were reportedly engaged in private discussions, attempting to manage the evolving situation with dignity and care. Friends and advisors played key roles, offering support, mediation, and guidance in hopes of preventing further escalation. Still, the public nature of the rumors added relentless pressure. Every move was scrutinized, every silence questioned, and every reaction dissected. Aaron Pierre's role in this unfolding drama added yet another layer of intrigue. Sources suggested that he remained cautious, aware that any public acknowledgement of his interactions with Teyana could be misinterpreted or sensationalized. Fans continued to speculate about his intentions. Was he a genuine new chapter in Teyana's life, or simply caught in a media storm beyond his control? As hours turned into days, online commentary reached a fever pitch. Supporters and critics alike took firm stances. Some passionately defended Teyana's right to live her life freely, while others emphasized Iman's emotional turmoil and the importance of protecting a child's well-being. Ultimately, the story grew beyond the individuals involved, becoming a broader discussion about privacy, boundaries, and the responsibilities that come with life in the public eye.